Hi, I'm Robin from ABBA English. Today we're going to talk about when to use a verb followed by an infinitive and when to use a verb followed by a gerund. So this can be confusing for many students, so we're going to hopefully clear up some of your doubts today. Okay, so let's start with the infinitive. Here's a list of the most common verbs that are followed by an infinitive always. So afford, agree, ask, choose, decide, expect, hope, learn, offer, prepare, promise, and want. So write down this list. These verbs are always followed by the infinitive. Let's look at a few examples. I can't afford to go on holiday. I don't agree to go out in this weather. I asked Mary to come with us. I chose not to accept the job offer. So see, all of these verbs, afford, agree, come, are followed by the to. So we have the infinitive is the base to plus the verb. Okay, now let's look at verbs followed by the gerund. So the most common ones are admit, avoid, consider, dislike, enjoy, finish, give up, mind, practice, and suggest. So these are some of the most common ones. Let's look at some examples. He admitted to smoking. I avoid using the car when I can walk. I enjoy traveling. So remember, gerund is this ing ending. So these verbs, admit, avoid, enjoy, are always followed by the ing. I enjoy traveling, for example. Okay? In some cases, verbs can be followed by either one and they maintain the same meaning, so you can choose. Okay? These are verbs like start, begin, and continue. So for example, I started studying English when I was 6. You can also say, I started to study English when I was 6. The meaning is absolutely the same. It doesn't differ at all. Another example, she began to cry during the film. She began crying during the film. Same meaning, both are correct. Okay, now we have some cases where verbs can be followed by one or the other, but the meaning changes. Here we have the example of forget plus gerund means to forget something from the past. For example, I can't forget meeting you for the first time. Now, when we use forget with the infinitive, it means to forget to do something. For example, please don't forget to mail this letter. Okay, do you see the difference? Let's see another example. Like with gerund means to like to do something. For example, I like watching old films. But when we have like followed by the infinitive, it means we prefer doing something or we believe that it is correct. For example, I like to wash the dishes by hand because you think that that way is better. All right, another example. Stop plus gerund is used to clarify what will stop happening. For example, stop or please stop making noise. Whereas with stop plus infinitive, it clarifies why something stops. Okay? For example, the bus stopped to drop off the children. Okay, so why did the bus stop? The bus stopped to drop off the children. So we're giving a reason here. Okay, another example, to try followed by the gerund means to try something as an experiment. For example, I have tried using honey instead of sugar. Try plus infinitive means to attempt to do something difficult. For example, I have tried learning Chinese, but it is really hard. Okay, do you see the difference here? I hope this lesson has been useful for you, and now you know the difference between infinitives and gerunds and when to use which after the verb. So take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.